break number 2. And yes, I don't know if you can see, but I've been on the router sheathing trusses. What? Trusses? Yeah, they're trusses. Anybody else have this? October 27th?
I get lost inside my thoughts, and when I start to think, oh, the tunnel closest starts to end up on the brink. I tried so hard, but all these scars, they cut so deep I bleed. I fell so fast from heaven, it's like someone clipped my wings. Now I'm falling, and I can't see the ground. Can we stop this gravity? It keeps bringing me down. I can't breathe, and I don't wanna die. Can we stop this gravity? 'Cause I don't wanna say goodbye. I laid awake just begging to let go. I almost got to suicidal thoughts, but you stepped in. An angel sent from heaven showed me how to live again. Now I'm
Discouragement is very real. People tell you that you're no good, and then you run out of all your money at the same time, and then just boom. But then you get a job, and the weather's nice, and there's this moment of clarity when I'm confident in taking a button in a light. It's so interesting that the spectrum is so severe. You can be so productive and confident, and then someone tells you no, you're no good, and then you start worrying about having a job. And then all of a sudden, you're sitting in a parking lot trying to conserve 5 pounds of propane, and you have no ideas. You're not thinking about being cool. You're thinking about, this sucks. If you can't figure out what the Arduino is, Raspberry Pi, how to program these computers. People tell you they're simple. Oh, these are the simple computers, but they're not. They're sophisticated, high-level things. Don't forget. Don't kid yourself. Do not try to compete. If I was going to grow an acre of blueberries, do you think that I would need to be the best blueberry grower there ever was? No. I just want an acre of blueberries that I can fill baskets full of blueberries. But on the contrary, when it comes to engineering, it's like, oh, well, you don't know calculus, and Tesla won't even touch you. So you're obviously no good. And it's like, we're gonna maybe call it the blueberry approach. You don't need to be a button, some LEDs, and a beeper, and seriously, and just play with that. You can program a little 555 chip, the 555 timer, but not the timer. I forget what a chip is that we used to use, like a microcontroller chip. You can take a microcontroller chip, and then one's power, one's ground, and the rest are inputs and outputs. 3 inputs, 3 outputs. And you just have some buttons, and then you have a motor that makes a cat's tongue stick out of its mouth. And you take some wood off a beach, and you make a cat out of it. And I guarantee that's a good thing. People want that. And it doesn't even have to make money. You can just make it on the side and sell it for a cost. And then that would be an amazing achievement. You'd be like, let me see your profile. Well, I made this device and sold it at cost, and the person that bought it loves it. Tell me about engineers that do that. Trying to compete with these people is no good. They're going to tell you that they're going to tell you that you are no good, and that you are useless. And it does not even matter. All we need to do is take lights and beepers, throw them together, and that's $1 million product in itself. You know, people talk about creating audio clips. They create clips of audio and sell them for 99 cents. And then 1 million people buy them and they have $1 million. And they didn't even make anything physical. It didn't even. So when it comes to making a button with a light and a, what do they call it? Not a beeper. What do they call it in school? It doesn't matter what they call it. We're going to call it a beeper. An audible, a speaker, a button, a light, and a speaker. And you put these things together with a little bit of software and have it be enjoyable somehow. People like putting spoons on top of, like, if you have 2 spoons, people put them on their face and they find that enjoyable. So you can't, but then people come to me and they tell me that my creations are not enjoyable because they're not sophisticated enough. So you need to keep in mind, don't try to be an engineer. Don't try to build a bridge. You know, don't try to understand those numbers. Who even cares about all that? Take a button, a light, and a beeper. Like the Bop It. Like a Rubik's Cube that lights up. I've never seen one. Something like that. That's all you need to do.